Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Komorebi. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, it's on Steam. Sorry, that's just a knee-jerk reaction to playing visual novels. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, we did Chiron's backstory, where we wooed him, or he wooed us, and then he told us about his sad past, which I have to say, woof. I thought the colonies... Are they called colonies? Well, anyways, the place he lived was, everybody, helps each other out kind of thing. I mean, you pull your own way, but everybody helps each other out. But it was like, oh no, if you can't work anymore, you don't get any more food. And it's like, ooh, wow. To be a bit more specific, his friend fell out of a tree and then couldn't, walk or work anymore, and he couldn't, get food for both him and his friend, at which point he just had to, and person he first kissed, and it was like, and then he just had to watch him starve to death, which is why he didn't feel that affected when those two parents died by starving death in town square. So yeah, how about we do some supplemental fragments?
Experience supplemental fragment. Cipher.
Cipher. And reset my face. Also, I'm maybe code free? I have to see. Probably should put this off vibrations. Okay, it is.
Isaac, how long has this been going on, exactly?
What do you mean?
Working for Cipher?
Oh, I forgot.
Since the day he was born, technically.
How did you forget?
Well, it's just one of those things.
I see.
He's stalling.
I'm not, I swear. You've never had one of those things before? Something that's gone on for so long you forget when it started?
Yeah, pretty much.
I do, actually. When I started tolerating you.
Burn.
Ouch.
To be fair, I know what he's talking about.
Me or Dante?
You.
Both?
It's hard to pinpoint the origin of a habit, especially when it's something you do every day.
Or quite frequently, at least.
He must have been doing this for a long time, Dante.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
Well, almost as long as I've been working for Argus.
Wasn't that your first and only job?
Yeah.
How'd you remain undercover for so long?
Remember, I'm a prodigy.
Your humility is showing again.
I'm good at keeping secrets. Is that better?
Not really.
Oh, so you want me to spill all of yours?
Dropping it.
Hey, I have a question. Have you ever met Hermes?
Actually, I haven't had the pleasure.
I mean, can you meet yourself? I guess you could, I guess.
Wait, you work for someone you've never met.
I mean, Argus as well.
Well, it's the same with Argus. Not like I've met their leader either.
Fair?
What if the leader works for Argus too?
Dun dun dun! I mean, yes?
I wouldn't be surprised. It's not like Cipher is a minimal threat. They have inside info on a grand scale.
Is Toronto their home base?
Maybe. Maybe not. We make sure that we're always untraceable. Whenever we talk, we mask our face and voice, too.
How do you know Hermes is a guy then?
That's just what he told everybody.
Fair enough.
Do you think he'll reveal himself when this is all over?
Probably. Cipher would be Argus's first real competitor. We don't need another leader who operates from the shadows. I think we're heading toward a world of progress and transparency. It's just unfortunate that those people had to die.
Did that affect Cipher's morale at all?
Not really. Well, at least not in a negative way. It seems like grief has become hope for a lot of people. Or maybe something stronger than hope. It's like we know this is gonna end in our favor.
I can't believe this will all be resolved on the 5th.
Hopefully.
I didn't have to say a single word. Hooray. Give me a sec. Ba-doom.
Experience supplemental fragment.
In the clear. Maybe I should alternate these things between this and journals. Do some work, catch some breath, do some words, cat. You know.
We have to throw a party now, right?
Another one? Really?
My liver.
Hopefully with less booze.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to celebrate Delta's accomplishment.
Celebrate me? Really?
Yeah, getting cleared is a big deal, especially at your age.
Ugh, I hate when people bring up age like that. It's so patronizing, it gets on my nerves.
Patronizing? How so?
Taylor, you're such a good streamer, especially for someone your age.
Oh, now I hate it.
Oh, come on. It can't be that bad.
I'm with Dante and Taylor, actually. I used to get that all the time.
Really?
Yeah, especially since I got an early start. Those compliments made it feel like my talent was fleeting. I didn't want to be seen as good for my age. I just wanted to be seen as good.
You are good, though.
Then why not just say that?
You got me there.
It definitely made me scared of getting older. Or at least kept me pressured enough to try as hard as I could.
The recipe for burnout. You shouldn't pressure a child like that.
Yes.
Are these the kind of problems city people deal with? I mean, you were gifted children and you're complaining?
Well, a gifted child usually ends up as an average adult. Of course, there's a bit of depression sprinkled in there too.
I think I see what you're getting at. But we were talking about throwing a party?
Sorry. Guess I projected a little bit.
Can I get a hug instead?
A little bit.
It's my job as a writer. But, Taylor, feel free to continue.
I just wanted to throw a little party on Friday night. Delta hit a pretty big milestone after all.
You know, I've never actually known anybody who saw a counselor. Is it true that you're just free for the rest of your life?
Yep. Unless my mental health goes under, I guess.
Well, I doubt that'll happen. Especially with the company you keep.
A little full of ourselves today, aren't we?
It's not like that, Dante. Remember, Delta moved here for a reason. They had a counselor back at home, too.
Yeah, I saw them for years.
Exactly. But look at how things went since you moved. Just a couple of weeks and you're already cleared. It's like I said from the start. Things are better here. And I think that's worthy of a party. Don't you?
Should we throw one in our room?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll invite a few of my friends over.
Just don't tell them the real reason we're partying.
Right, of course. They'll just be there to add to the atmosphere. Maybe Isaac can invite a few of his friends too.
Sounds good to me.
Well, that's why we're here, right? To blend into a crowd? Might as well do it with style. And we're still on for the finale of our campaign, right?
Yeah, we'll make sure to do it before the party.
Can't wait to see how it all ends.
Trust me, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, I never did see that Assassin's Creed movie. I love those games. Like, the first one is janky as heck, but, you know, it's
View which journal entry.
an interesting concept. Okay, so we haven't seen that one before.
View which journal entry.
And I played up to 4, and then why didn't I get 5? You know. There we go. I wrote 2042 this time. I guess it's a pretty honest mistake. Have you ever done that before? Yeah. Sometimes the head kinda lags behind, or something. It's odd how, wherever you look, there's always seems to be a clash between present and future. It makes time seem a lot more confusing than just point A to point B. Or if you suffer from Komorebi, then point B to point A. I'm even letting a potential future change the way I act in the present. But I think I'm doing everything properly. Hopefully. The first couple weeks I was here, I kept seeing strange symbols everywhere. In the back of my mind, were those your doing? Was I seeing some sort of remnants or leak from the new nostalgic technology? I could see those diamonds everywhere when I closed my eyes. And it was... Oh. And it was really messing with my head. But those have since dissipated. In fact, a lot of my negative emotions have straight up disappeared since I've come up with a new theory. Almost like I was right. And we're more in sync than we were ever before. I'm curious though. Do you think you were me at first? Did you live a life like you were in my shoes? Were you always aware of this was a fabrication? I just thought, oh, are the diamonds we're all talking about these diamonds?
Experience supplement.
What if?
You know, I keep thinking.
Really?
Ah, yes, a dangerous habit.
What are you thinking about?
How things could have been.
That's even worse. Nothing hurts more than a what if.
Yeah.
What if Dante stopped talking for once?
See? Definitely hurt.
Don't keep us hanging, Taylor.
Right. I was just thinking about stuff. You know, what if things were different?
I won't think about
I
that.
imagine we'd still be at this convention. I mean, I wasn't gonna turn down a weekend of fun.
Isaac, he's talking about Cypher and Argus.
Like not getting involved with them, or do you mean if they never existed at all?
Oh, that second one is way more interesting.
If Argus didn't exist, I think I'd have been born in the city. Imagine that. We could have met ages ago.
You think we'd still be friends?
I don't see why not.
It's a big world out there, Chiron. Without Argus, I don't think I'd be here.
You mean alive or in Toronto?
Toronto, obviously. I'm only here because of the system. When I had to move, it chose where to take me.
And you just trusted it to make the right choice?
I guess so.
So the system got you where you needed to go. That's great. All it did was force the Zeros into colony life.
I'm sensing that we're at odds here.
Not really. It's just an observation. What's good for you can be bad for someone else.
Fair?
So, without Argus, we might never have met each other. That's kind of a grim thought.
Oh, can't live without me?
I'm quickly changing my mind.
I'm not sure what my life would be like without Argus, but I really hope that I'd still get to meet all of you.
I'm sure we'd be at a concert of yours someday.
Really?
Definitely.
Speak for yourself, fanboy.
I think we'd all still be best friends.
Even if I never moved to Toronto? How would we meet in the first place then?
I don't know,
The odds are stacked against us here.
but we can't just give up because the odds are bad. I know in my heart that we'd all be friends no matter what. And sometimes belief is all you need to make things happen. Remember, I'm no stranger when it comes to fighting the impossible. Finding a couple friends is nothing compared to opposing Argus. If I ever lost all of you, I can guarantee that I'd find you.
Still on that screw fate mentality, huh?
It keeps me going, yeah. At the end of the day, I shape my own life.
Maybe you were right from the start then.
Huh?
If we'd all still meet and become best friends, then even if things were different, we'd still be at this convention.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe with a little less treason, though.
Oh, but then where's the fun?
View which journal entry.
I'm really glad that Isaac chose to open up to me, and he believed my outlandish theory about what's going on. I suppose he knows Argus better than anyone else, so it makes sense that he'd believe me. His knowledge helped him achieve almost everything he's done so far, so his validation means a lot. I guess it doesn't even matter if I'm right though. The way I'm writing these diaries works out in my favor, either way. If I'm talking to someone in the future right now, Then it'll become evidence and testimony. If something happens and this diary is confiscated by Argus, the same thing happens. So I have to start thinking about the future regardless. Besides, I feel like the world will want to know more about Hermes. These figures that become legends usually never get a chance to be known for who they really are. People like that usually are summed up by their achievements, and little else. But I feel lucky that I've gotten to know Isaac on such a personal level. Maybe that's why you're watching me? I can see the appeal of learning more about one of the men who changed the world, but don't forget his handsome sidekick, alright? And putting in some work of the work too. On a more serious note though, Isaac's story is truly heartbreaking. I can understand why he's doing what he does, why he's devoted his entire life to it. We're on the verge of the culmination of his entire life's work, and that's really cool to think about, isn't it? Dota.
Experience supplemental
I do find it weird that, murder still kind of exists in the world, that some random person breaks into a house, maybe thieving, and murders somebody. Because it's like, this wasn't, like,
So, I've been thinking.
the far past. Part of me is like, maybe that was somebody sent to assassinate him?
About what?
The leader of Argus.
Oh, same.
Yeah, it's really intriguing.
Who do you think it is?
It's hard to say. I heard they weren't even a real person. Some people are saying that Argus is run by an AI.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's a stupid theory.
How's it stupid?
How's it not?
You can't just flip around my question and ask it back to me.
Why can't I?
It's cheating.
I've heard about that theory, actually. But I'm pretty sure that's impossible.
What makes you think that?
Well, Cypher has been up against Argus for years. The way that Argus responds to things is definitely real. An AI would be a lot more cold and calculated.
You mean more cold than letting people starve to death?
Unfortunately, yeah. I'm not really sure how to explain it, though.
Feel free to give it a shot. I mean, you're the leading expert here.
Well, let's see. We're people. We make mistakes, right? Everything we do is just what we think is the best. An AI can think through every possible permutation of every possible situation. And not only that, but it'd follow through with swift, definitive action.
As long as it's got enough RAM.
The things that have been happening don't come across that way. We can sense a hesitation that wouldn't be there otherwise. Like a person being faced with difficult decisions.
I guess that makes sense.
Unless the AI just wants to trick us, right? If it knew we suspected it, it could act accordingly.
Now you're just being paranoid.
Who's paranoid now?
Trust me, it's not just now.
Well, if it's not an AI, then what is it?
I think you mean who.
Right.
Most people believe that Argus is a family business, so it's probably in the hands of the founder's child or grandchild.
And that's what you believe too?
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine if your grandparents created Argus and the system. All that responsibility passed down through the generations.
More like forced down, but it's a pretty fitting punishment if you ask me.
Fitting how?
Suffering for the choices of those that came before you, that's basically the fate of every single Zero. It's pretty poetic that the Argus family would suffer the same way. Whoever's in charge right now, it was a choice made for them.
Makes sense to me. A lot of us are just around for the ride these days.
Hey, is that a shot at me?
Maybe?
Wait a minute. You said it could be their grandkid, right?
Yeah?
That means they could be around our age.
When was Argus made?
It's a very real possibility.
Can you imagine being under that kind of pressure?
I thought it was like quite a bit older.
That would be the worst job ever. Running the world yet barely knowing anything about it?
Just like any other politician, if you ask me. All they want is a few extra zeros in their bank account.
I think you're all missing the main point here.
Gonna enlighten us?
Well, whoever it is, they're just a normal person. They won't live up to the mystery that precedes them. Because how could they? Their identity is one of the biggest secrets in the world. No matter who shows up, those shoes will never be filled.
That's fair.
So we should just lower our expectations.
I find that helps with most things in life. Besides, it's a big deal to appear right now. Public opinion is at an all-time low, and then there's those deaths. There's always a chance that they might apologize. Maybe they'll even take accountability for everything.
That sounds extremely doubtful.
I guess we just have to wait and see.
That's all we really can do.
Yeah. Only 4 more days. Then this all comes to an end.
View which journal
Well, tomorrow's the day. The leader of Argus finally reveals themselves. No one knows who they are, or even why they're appearing. People hope that they'll take accountability for the midnight deaths. But for some reason, I feel like that's not the case. Also, tomorrow is the day of Isaac's follow-up interview, but I think it's become clear that he's sabotaging it in order to enact his final plan. He's throwing away his entire career. The level of conviction he has is actually kind of scary, but I guess nothing is stronger than personal belief. I don't really know what to write anymore. I've only really been here for a few weeks, but so much has happened. Maybe this is the part where we finally strap ourselves in and enjoy the ending? Well, you probably already know what's coming, but the possibilities fill me with endless fright. If my life is deemed worthy of being experienced in any way, and tomorrow is the biggest day of it, well, I feel like it'll be the selling point. I kinda hope my move here would be simple, a slice of normal life, with maybe some romance and comedy sprinkled in for good measure. But it seems like we're now agents of Cypher, and are going to help Hermes change the world. Who saw that coming? Oh, besides you, of course. Delta. I mean, a little bit of romance, let's see. Smooch? No smooch, but possibility of smooches. Smooching and sausages. No smooch, but possibility of smooching. And smooching and sausages again.
experience supplemental fragment.
No! Bad! Don't be like me. Wait, you're gonna day drink, or
Hey,
you're gonna just
Isaac.
talk about it?
What's up?
There's something I've been meaning to ask.
Go for it.
Well, you always say that day drinking is better,
Well, it is.
but you've never elaborated on it.
And give away my secret?
I'm just gonna search this up online and get it over with.
Moments pass.
So, turns out, you're just an alcoholic.
Yep.
What? Not even?
Want to tell us the secret then?
I don't know.
I can't help with this one. We've only been drinking at night.
And did you feel it the next day?
A hangover? You could say that, yeah?
Mine was pretty bad after the nightclub, too.
Wait a minute.
I think you're starting to get it.
That's all it was?
Well, I never said it was a life-changing secret.
Wait, I'm confused. What is it?
If you drink during the day, you don't get a hangover.
Yep. You get to enjoy the high without the low. It's just a habit I picked up with work so it doesn't interfere. A hangover is a surefire way to destroy your productivity.
Well, that and being drunk during the day. Or drinking during the day.
So, Argus drove you to alcoholism.
Though, I guess you would kind of have to be drunk to have a hangover.
2-day drinking, actually. It's not as uncommon as you'd think.
I mean, I don't know, but not a good thing.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. What about people who work overnight? If they only have spare time during the day, are they alcoholics?
Maybe.
I guess not.
Exactly. Time is relative. Why not prefer the method without a hangover?
Is he projecting his denial onto us?
Not really. He kinda has a point. If I could get rid of hangovers, I'd do it.
Exactly. You've just been conditioned to drink at night.
Wait, I actually read about this. In ancient times, tyrants would reward slave workers with beer. It pacified them and made them less inclined to fight back.
Really?
Well, that's what the theories say. Kinda makes you wonder, doesn't it?
About what?
Argus does make booze cheap and easily available.
You mean they're just trying to keep us in line?
Maybe. Who knows? If they are, though, it certainly works.
Yeah. Alcohol can be a catalyst of, change because people get drunk and do stuff, but it also can be a catalyst of, or an inhibitor of doing shit.
View which journal in
This is interesting, since it's the 5th. Living life for the future instead of the present. Normally, that would describe all of my friends, but lately, it's described me and my relationship with my memories. At the end of the day, our own experiences really are the most valuable things in the world. Feelings that belong to you and no one else. At least, that's how things are supposed to be. Just like Komorebi disturbed the natural order of things, it seems like this new nostalgia technology may do the same thing. We will either become prisoners of our own past, addicted to reliving our highlights over and over, or start to turn other people's lives into a commodity, a story to be bought and sold. I didn't expect you to have you along for the ride, but I guess some of the biggest moments in life are unexpected, right? Do you know how sometimes you can sense somebody else's true nature? Like, just spending a second with somebody can tell all you need to know. That kind of happened with you. No matter what, I can tell that your intentions aren't bad in any way. Even though they maybe forced you to read a journal? Unless you actually did it and I was trying to get you to not to, or maybe trying to keep you on the path that you actually did. Anyways, Argus is playing some 4-dimensional chess here, aren't they? As if Komorebi and the system aren't enough of a nuisance, they're discovering new ways to control us. If this nostalgia technology comes to fruition, we'll never know which moment in time could be used against us in the future. At least now, we know it's only when we leave the house. And stuff like that. But you had it when you were in the house, right? With this new tech, most people will spend every second of the day regulating their lives, making pure memories. Oh, he was meaning not the nostalgia when it was leaving the house, it was the other technology, the system. I feel like that may be their end goal. Either way, we're about to find out. We're in this together now. Just like me and my friends promised each other at the start of this, until the end.
Experience supplemental fragment.
One last hoo-ah. It's weird that it took an entire month for me to play this game. Okay, it's the 21st, but still I'm leaving a bit early for work. Unfortunately.
You all ready?
For what?
One last hurrah before tomorrow? I ordered some food and drinks to the room.
Isaac, no.
Ooh, anything good?
You'll just have to wait and see.
You know, I'm kind of scared.
Why's that?
Everything comes to an end tomorrow. Isn't anyone else a little worried?
Not really. I've never been more confident in my life. You'll all be fine. I guarantee it.
Wink.
Infiltrating Argus's HQ. Yeah, the definition of safe.
I have a plan, Dante. You just have to wait until tomorrow to see it.
Fine. What's it look like in there anyway? For some reason, I imagine it's really extra.
Really extra.
I only saw it for the first time at my interview. It's pretty majestic. Probably cost hundreds of millions.
This is a corporation in the future. It's billions.
Well, if anyone could afford it, I guess it'd be them.
They have that much money? You must be rich working for them.
I mean, this is a corporation. One of the biggest, if not of the only corporations. And they control the entire world. Hundreds of millions is nothing. Hell, you got CEOs where hundreds of millions is nothing, you know?
We're not really supposed to talk about salary.
Yeah, you're not supposed to, but you should.
Why not?
You know, I never understood that rule. Don't talk about how much money you make.
Like, I'm not sure about social stuff, but I know that corporations would, because I learned that, okay, here's the thing, I have a master's, and I was working for my company for like 1.5 years, maybe 2, and then I found out somebody with a bachelor's that came in after me by at least a year was making more money than me. It's like, and I know, like, I'll just talk a bit openly, like, my job's a bit certain, so like, every day I make about $300, and it's 12-hour workday, 7-day weeks. That's when I'm out at work, not right now. If it was right now, then I wouldn't be complaining as much. But anyways, whenever I'm out, I make the company a couple $1,000s. So I make maybe 10-20% of the money, or I get 10-20% of the money I make. And it's like, wow, I'm getting really fucking screwed here.
Well, it's pretty personal information.
Is it, though?
I talk about my money on stream all the time. My numbers are public too, so everybody knows. You're all just falling for a corporate lie.
Mm-hmm.
A what now?
You're not the one who wants to keep it a secret, Isaac. Argus probably taught you that it's sensitive information. And you want to know why?
Enlighten me.
So they pay you less.
If you don't talk about your salary, then there's no drama. I guarantee you make more than someone else with the same job. And if you were all open about it, everyone would be asking for a raise.
That can't be true.
He might be onto something, Isaac. I was told not to talk about my royalties or advances.
And I was told not to talk about how much my music deals are worth.
See what I mean? I'm the only one with freedom, and all my numbers are public. It doesn't cause conflict, though. It makes people strive to work harder. I mean, if I can earn that much, so can everybody else.
I guess I see what you mean.
You still don't have to tell us, Isaac.
You know, back on the colony, we were pretty open about what we made. It's kind of like Taylor says, work harder and you end up making more. Wouldn't be fair to pay someone less for the same job, but they ask you to keep quiet about it so they can get away with it?
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that's rough, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not gonna tell you. It's probably in my contract.
Yeah, that's how I know about it. Mine had a clause like that as well.
It's weird how much control they have without us even realizing. They can just tell us something is bad and we'll believe it.
But it's only to protect them, just like how they taught you the zeros were bad.
I wonder what else there is.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow, right? Seems like the 5th will change everything.
May the 4th be with you? Wait, 5th. Well, we're pretty much at time, and that's all of that stuff. So, end of this Let's Play. So anyways, please comment, guys. I like comments, too much you like tips, tricks, otherwise, if you like manship and like Secret. Then please like, subscribe, and check out their videos step grow, and please remember to spay near your animal step, control the pet population. And until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Komorebi. So thanks and see ya.